What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. It's me. They call me Heat. So listen, today's video is basically just to talk to you guys about the equipment that I use personally in my studio and why I use those pieces of equipment. I want to be able to help my fellow producers and help you guys be able to have the right equipment to be able to create whatever type of music that you create. I want to kind of go over the things that I use. And maybe it'll help you. You don't necessarily have to buy the same things that I have. Maybe it will help someone out there to figure out how to start their studio or how to upgrade their studio or how to make the best decision when it comes to purchasing the next piece of gear. That's what this video is about today. So let's go ahead and get into it. If this is your first time watching, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Turn on all notifications, please. That way you don't miss any more of the videos. And if you are liking the video today, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you share the video as much as possible, all right? Let's get into it. First thing that I want to talk about that is the brain of everything, because without this, nothing would be able to run. And that's going to be my custom built PC. Now, there's a video you can go back and watch, and I talked about the things that I put in the computer and what I have, and there's a list of items that I have purchased for the computer, and that's all in my PC, my custom built PC. So if you would like, go back and watch that previous video and it'll give you details about the PC and what's in it and things like that. I needed a very powerful PC or computer to be able to create the music that I like to create or to work the way that I work. A lot of people don't work the way that I work. I use a lot of plugins, and a lot of plugins are, CPU heavy. So I needed a computer that can handle multiple instances of different types of plugins. So that's why I went with the custom built PC, because I had a laptop for a while, and although the laptop can handle it, if something goes bad, that's it for me, so I wanted to be able to have something that if it can't handle it, I can just say, okay, I'm going to upgrade that. I'm going to upgrade that motherboard. I'm going to upgrade that processor. So I needed to be able to have full customization capabilities on my PC. The next thing that I use in my studio is the Universal Audio Apollo Twin USB. I had a Focusrite 8i8, 8 in, 8 out is what it means. It served its purpose for a while, but like I talked about in my last video, talking about building a PC, it's like when you get some things that are brand new, it's like a car. You don't go put new things in a motor, in an old motor. Like, you replace the motor, that way everything's good, and then you go start replacing different parts around the car after you've replaced the main brain of the whole thing. So that's what I did, and I ended up purchasing the Universal Audio Apollo Twin USB version because I'm still on Windows. Now I think you can add capabilities like Fire, because I think the other interfaces are not Firewire, the Thunderbolt. I can get Firewire in my tower. I didn't really want to do that. Or I can get Thunderbolt, but I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to just go with something that's proprietary already to pretty much every computer, and that's USB. So that's why I went with the Apollo Twin USB, because I wanted to be able to just have those capabilities. And the UAD is DSP capable. So that means that UAD has their own plugins, and those plugins are ran by the actual interface itself. So that way, the interface is actually processing the plugins and audio, not the computer. So it's more so the computer is just the hub to support the sound, to push it, to power up the USB, and then the interface powers the plugins and the actual audio from there. So it's just a faster process when it comes to processing audio, and that's why I went with the Apollo Twin, because I love it. I love their plugins, I love their products in general. So I went with the Apollo Twin, and it sounds really good. The preamps in it are really, really great, so I like those. So for me, just between plugging in instruments, plugging in mics, things like that, I just wanted to have a good sound, and my Focusrite was pretty thin when it comes to their preamps. They have some good higher end products that have good preamps and things like that, but the Apollo, for the price point and what I needed it for, it was perfect. It was perfect. The next thing that I use, or next things that I use, are, as you can see, the Yamaha HS8s. Now, I made a video, I think a couple years ago, just kind of showing you guys my home studio before I really got a lot of the newer things that I have. I've been rocking with these though since 2015, and I love them. 5 years, I haven't had any problems. I still got the boxes, so every time I've moved, I put it right in the box and I transport it where it needs to go. So they haven't been anywhere. I don't think they've left my house since I purchased them. Maybe once or twice. Yeah, but other than that, no, I haven't really they haven't left my house. They've been here sitting, chilling with me, and I love them because they have a flat response. Flat response means that pretty much whatever you're doing is what you're going to get. So there's no, you know, boost in the high end, there's no boost in the low end or the mids, or no cuts, anything like that. You can do that, but they, you know, no reason to. I'd rather have a flat sound straight across. That way, if I add an EQ to a kick, I know, you know, what it actually sounds like. I'm not getting a boosted kind of thing. I know I had started off with the KRK Rocket 5s back in the day. That was about 2008, 2009 when I purchased those, so they were still on, I think, generation 2. I mean, they were good for good entry level monitors. They have good low end on them. Mids are pretty good. The highs, not so much, but that's just me. That's just my ear. That, don't take my word for that. That's just me, and that's just how I'm trained and how my ears, you know, listen. So yeah. So anyway, HS8s, that's what I use. I love the monitors. They're 8-inch monitors. I love them. They sound really good. The low end is really great. Just everything about them is just amazing because, like I said, it has that flat response, meaning it's just whatever you put through them is what you're gonna get. So I love that. The next thing that I use is the Akai MPK 249. I could have got the Advanced 49 for the same price that I got the MPK for, but the Advanced only has 8 pads, whereas the MPK has 16. So I needed that because I knew that I wasn't going to be using an MPD. I knew that when I had a machine, I didn't know how to operate it with FL Studio. So I knew that I wasn't going to be able to use those pads all the time unless I was using the machine itself. That's why I went with the MPK. I needed those 16 pads. It's 49 keys, semi-weighted, velocity sensitive. So the harder you hit the key, the louder the sound will be. The softer you hit it, the softer the sound will be. So that's what I needed, and I needed some keys that were actually strong enough because I like to bang out. You know, I like to do my drums on my keys, or I do them on my pads, but mainly on the keys. And I like to drum it out, you know, and I don't want thin keys like my Key Station 49 that I had back in the day. The keys were just so thin that just they could break so easy. So I had to be careful. So that's why I used the MPK 249. Next, I have a Behringer 8-channel mixer, and the only thing that I use that for is to go out from the mixer into my interface. So if I have like my guy Tyler or anybody comes in with the bass or guitar, anything like that, I can hook it straight into the mixer. It's already routed to the interface to go right into the computer. So that's what I like that for. Also for my SP404, you know, it works great with that as far as sending the signal from the 404 back into the interface. So that's why I use the Behringer 8 input mixer, is because I wanted to have extra inputs because my interface only has 2. So I needed extra inputs to be able to send signal to the interface and record in simultaneously without having to grab another $400 or $500 rack mount, which I'm gonna end up getting later on because it'll be all connected. I don't have to have so many wires, but it's okay. It's all right. But yeah, so that's why I use the Behringer 8-channel mixer. Just to be able to control other instruments outside of, you know, what I have already. The next thing that I use, I already spoke about just a second ago, was the SP404A is what I have. Nice little, just a sampler. I only use it to sample sounds and use it for effects. I don't necessarily make beats in it. I've tried to. It's not the easiest. A lot of the lo-fi guys, they like to not even necessarily use the sequencer on it. They'll just bang out, record that loop to another pad. Now they got their whole drum loop on one pad. Then they can go lay their sample chops out, record that to another pad. Now they got them both on one pad. So there's just a lot that you have to go through to sequence beats on the 404. So that's why I only use it for effects, and I use it for, that's it. Now the next thing that I use is just a normal Audio-Technica turntable. You guys have seen it in past videos. It's just a simple turntable. I can't change the needle or anything like that on it. It's just a normal turntable for me to be able to play my records from, and that's pretty much it. Because there's not a lot that I need at all. So I just need to be able to play the record, grab the sound, chop it up, and go from there. I don't need, you know, all the extra being able to change my carts out. I know that having the different carts and needles makes it sound better, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. You know, it's a sample. It's supposed to sound gritty. It's supposed to sound nasty. You know, so. And the last thing that I use is an Aston microphone right here that you can see is the Origin microphone. Really great microphone. I really love it. You know, I was working off of an Audio Technica mic, and I forgot which one it was. I gave it up. It was given to me as a gift from my friend because I had come up on hard times and I had to sell my other microphone. And then my friend was like, "Hey, I have this one. Take it, use it, do what you got to do until you can get you a new one." And yeah, so I was using an Audio Technica mic for a long time, and it was had a very flat sound to it. It wasn't really, it's an entry level mic. So for someone doing like a podcast, things like that, it'll be great for that. But for, what I'm trying to do and achieve, the sound that I'm trying to achieve, I wasn't going to get it with that Audio Technica mic. So had to upgrade to the Aston Origin microphone, and it sounds really lovely. I'll definitely make sure that there is already a link in the description below for pretty much everything that I use in my studio. So if you guys, want to check out the things that I use, see what I have, you may want to upgrade, or just thinking about upgrading or thinking about purchasing for the first time, links are in the description below under my equipment list, and you can just, hit the link and go right to it. It'll take you right to where, that piece of equipment is. I appreciate you guys for watching. I just wanted to, again, give you guys like a rundown of my studio, my home studio, and what I actually use. I don't have like the most crazy studio, but I am happy with where my studio is now, because I went through a period of time where I pretty much didn't have a lot. I had a laptop and a keyboard, because I was just, there was a point where I was just going through hard times and I had to keep selling different stuff, but I would never sell my laptop. I would never sell my keyboard to stop being able to make beats. So there was a lot of different things that I sold and got rid of because of that. But over the past 4 to 5 years, I've been trying to just upgrade and just come back up, get to a point to where I'm comfortable with my setup, and I love my setup now. I feel like now I'm at where I want to be right now. Of course, there's always upgrades that we want and things that we want to change up, but right now, in this point in time, I am very blessed and very happy and grateful for the equipment that I have, and the mind to be able to use it all together and create this content and this music that I am creating for you guys. All right, thank you so much, and until next time, if this is your first time watching, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, turn on all notifications, that way you don't miss any more videos. And yeah, until next time, guys, I'm up out of here. Peace. Go create.